There's this tweet about writing process that I came across a couple of weeks ago now, and I've been thinking about it ever since. So I'm going to share it with all of you, and then we're going to talk about it. Hey Word Nerds, happy Monday. I cannot believe that January is already coming to a close, but we're gonna make the most of it, I guess. So as I said, there was this tweet I came across not that long ago. I retweeted it and I haven't stopped thinking about it. So it is from @mostlybree, and it says, I know that people who tweet everyone's first draft is trash are trying to help people who are paralyzed by the blank page, and that is super vital. But it can also make people with a different process feel like they're doing something super shameful, and I promise you, you're not. And this is something I have struggled with so much, and I've never really known how to put it into words. So first off, a big thank you to @mostlybree for saying all of the things I have been thinking and feeling and putting it out into the bookish Twitter world, because I think this is something that a lot of people need to hear. So many times we hear all of these tidbits about how there's no one right way to write a book, but if you do it this way, your book is probably garbage. And I don't know, it's bothered me for a really long time because I am someone who hates editing, going through the same manuscript again and again, doing different passes for character and then plot and then continuity and then the actual writing, and I dread it. There's no part of me that wants to do it, and I have written some books that way because it feels like what I'm supposed to do, but I would much rather take my time, figure out things ahead of time, and then from there write a clean-ish draft. I'm not saying that my first draft is golden and that's what I publish, not by any stretch of the imagination, but my first draft is fairly close to what I feel like the story is going to be, and there is no part of me that wants to go through and then rip it all apart again because it feels like that's what everyone thinks I'm supposed to be doing, if that makes any sense. And then when I was in Las Vegas for that writing conference, the 20 books one, in November of last year, it was really nice talking to other self-published authors who felt a lot of the same things about how they really didn't want to spend all of their time editing the same book into oblivion. They wanted to go on, get that story out into the world, and then move on to the next one. Of course, they're all still working with beta readers and editors, and they're moving, I guess, just faster than traditionally publishing tends to do. I'm not exactly sure, and no one author is going to be the same as another author, or traditionally publishing is not going to be the same as self-publishing, and there are different factors involved in each. But it was really reassuring hearing other authors say that they do not spend 8 years, I know I'm exaggerating, going through this one manuscript and ripping it apart and putting it back together and making it shine, and I'm sure there is so much value in that. But if that was the only way to write a book, I would never do it again. It sounds terrible. So everything I'm saying is essentially what this initial tweet had said. There's a whole thread attached, and I will leave a link to that in the description down below. But however you write your book, that is okay. There is a lot of value in just writing that first draft as quickly as you can, getting it done and going back to edit it, but if that's not your process, that is totally okay too. If you would rather take your time, tell it properly, or do a lot of legwork ahead of time, polishing that outline and figuring out where your story is going to go, that's okay too. This is the one piece of writing advice you will keep hearing again and again and again, that there is no one right way to do it. Figure out what works for you. It might not be the same for every book, or it might be. So keep experimenting, keep writing, and don't forget to join us on Sunday for our next live chat. We are going to be kicking off a whole new series of things where we talk about genres. So this week's chat is just going to be delving into genre in general, and then we'll dig a little deeper into specific genres throughout the year from there. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So in the meantime, happy reading, happy writing, and I'll see you next time.